majority of men would have sex with a majority of women. That's the best way I can put it.
Anything though? Anything's 100%. A majority is what, like 75?
I mean, a slow one.
Remember,
shit.
Sex is different. Like 80%. I mean, like if it was a couple years ago, I'd be more open. But nowadays, with like an image and shit like that, you have to be more careful, right?
Yeah.
But there's other guys in my position that wouldn't give a shit and smash anything. So I don't want to use myself as an example because I don't believe in using exceptions to the rule. I think it's very stupid. But I think in general, most guys, if given an opportunity, would smash a vast majority of women.
I think you're right. I think you're right on that subject. I was just
men,
honestly curious myself about you guys.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I think in general, like men deal with women for sexual access. I mean, or you don't want to. Okay. I should go hit the bathroom. All right. You're trying to say something. Sorry.
So I was actually going to say the similar thing as you. What is your definition of a high value man? Like, I want to know that before I ask you.
Okay. A guy that makes, I would say, at least 6 figures a year, if not more. I would say bare minimum. Has respect from his peers. Is good at what he does. He's useful, and he's respected.
Has a good network.
He has a good network as well of other men that are also higher status.
Okay, so a regular man and a high value man. Do you think it's like the same with the amount of women he's going to have relations with? Like you said, the majority of women. Are you still going to have intercourse with a bunch of women? Like, would
you mean a regular man versus a high value man?
Yeah, would the high value man still do that?
Yeah, a lot of them will.
But if you're so high value, like she said, why are you giving into it? Wouldn't you just want a higher value woman? Isn't that proving desperation?
Wait, no. What's a high value woman?
No, because men and women aren't the same.
That's what I was about to ask.
Like, it's not the same. Like a man wants quantity, a woman wants quality.
Why? Why do you want quality over quality?
How long does it take you to have a child?
9 months.
Okay. How long does it take me to have a child?
30 seconds.
Doesn't happen.
There you go. So you have way more investment in parental provisioning because you get pregnant. I don't. I can bust nuts in 100 girls and be good. You, on the other hand, have to save your egg for the best guy to bust a nut inside you. Right. So, of course, you're going to be far more selective because the whole pregnancy process is time-consuming and very labor-intensive and could kill you in times before, modern medicine. Yeah. So that's why women are more selective. It's biology.
But actually, the egg chooses its own sperm. If you don't.
But it's coming from the same individual.
That's if she wanted.
That's what I mean. She's still going to be selective on the individual that impregnates her, is my point, if given left to her own devices. If you leave women to their own devices, they typically pick the same small percentage of men. Yeah. You were trying to say something?
Let me gather my thoughts.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
And in your eyes, what's a high value woman?
No such thing.
No such thing.
I mean, so my OnlyFans.
So if one.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
There's no such thing as a high value woman by herself.
By herself?
Okay.
Yes.
Why?
Well, it's because men, right? Their value is derived from what they create out in the world. A woman's value is derived from creating a family. So there's a reason why a woman takes a man's last name.
Who said that? Who said that a woman's value is by creating a family?
Did most of the women here say that they would give up their money and their job for a family?
That doesn't relate to that.
Hold on. You said who said that, right?
Okay. I'll give you that.
Most of the women here preferred, if given the choice, a family and a husband over a career.
I'll give you that because most women don't have, like, back in the day, my grandma used to receive roses off of nothing. Now, I have to ask for them shits. I'm not.
That's not funny.
I'm not laying down.
Chivalry is dead.
Yes, okay. I'm not doing that.
Who killed chivalry?
Who killed it?
Yeah, who killed it?
Y'all.
No, women. Women kill chivalry.
How?
Because women
I saw a video like
punish
this.
nice guys.
Yep.
Women punish
nice guys. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not lying though. It is true. Like this day and age, like not all of us are like that, but there's a lot of women that are like, men ain't shit. Nigga. Let's take their money. Let's do this. Let's do that. So a lot of men just feel like, why would I do that? We shouldn't be like that. We're not all like that.
No, chivalry. No, it's not dead. Back then, you see one pretty woman and you get married to her when you're young, and that's what you do. Nowadays, you guys are scrolling through Instagram, you're seeing a million OnlyFans models,
Social media.
people out and about.
Yeah,
Of
but
course, you're not
different-
gonna
it's a
settle.
different
You're not gonna.
age.
It's different. Of course, you're not just gonna settle down
yeah, but who's
with one
doing that
person because
though?
the grass looks greener everywhere else now.
Yeah,
no,
but-
I mean, I get.
It's a different age.
So
on the
you
point.
think Instagram is the reason why men aren't gentlemen anymore?
No, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
I think
Social
phone,
media.
Social media. I think
100%.
I don't.
Who
I
do you
mean,
think-
I
who do
think
you
it's
think-
both sides partly. But
think it's a lot
social
deeper
media.
than
Hold
social
on, hold on.
media.
Who do you think social media is poisoned more, men or women?
Women.
Women, of course, 100%.
I'm asking
Probably,
her.
probably women. Probably
Okay.
women.
So what's your
Just-
argument then?
I
About
could-
social media and Instagram. It's really the women that are ones that control the sexual marketplace, and social media has amplified that. It's the women that think the grass greener on the other side.
Y'all killed it, not us. Just show
Chivalry is dead and women killed it, not men. Because why would a guy, you guys got to understand, men are deductive problem solvers, right? Everything you guys see in this room was built by a man. Men look at a problem. Okay, let me try to figure this out. Men quickly realize, okay, I want sex. How do I get sex? Woman has sex. What do I have to do to get sex from woman? Well, I'm going to give her flowers to be a nice guy. Gets friend zoned. Gets stood up on dates. Get flaked on. Fuck, this doesn't work. How do I get girls? Oh, I need to be a fucking asshole. So what do men do? They adopt the bad boy image, being an asshole, to go ahead and get girls because women respect men that don't necessarily give them the same level of respect. Nice guys finish last, and has been a saying for decades for a reason, because women don't know how to behave when a guy's a gentleman off rip.
That's old.
Women who have daddy issues will only tolerate that
That's
behavior.
Right.
Tolerate what behavior?
Just to be clear,
Tolerate
Bad boy
which
behavior?
bad boy behavior. Women
Yeah,
who
I don't
are
tolerate that shit.
100%
Fuckboys
secure with
are negative
themselves
to
and
them
have.
correctly.
Wait,
I disagree.
yeah.
So,
Facts.
so you think that a woman who comes from a nuclear family who has had a very strong father figure in her life is going to go after an asshole? Exactly.
Women are
Right.
attracted to guys that exhibit Machiavellian traits that aren't necessarily aren't always.
Well, younger women.
Well, that's
Between the- between the ages
what
of
men
21
want,
and
though.
If they come
That's-
from a
That's what men want, though.
dysfunctional family,
Yeah.
The
they
average
come-
80% of American U.S. families have an age difference of 2.3
Why do
years
men-
in marriages. So that is
Like, I
that
get it.
is-
You're saying maybe girls that like know their values or whatever, but when do girls typically realize their value? Whatever. It's when they're older. Men
Yeah,
want
older.
younger, more attractive, more fertile women, and these women tend to look for traits that are more.
Did you just
you
hear
know,
Did you
Machiavellian.
just hear the statistic I just said? So
What?
80% of marriages, the
Yeah.
average age gap is 2.3 years. The only 8% of marriages have an age gap of 10 years or more. So if that was true, then men would be all going after 23-year-olds. Back to my original point, men want more than just the poo-tang. They want to have conversation. I did a poll one time on my Instagram. Asked them, what would you prefer? 32-year-old who you can have a conversation with, or a 23-year-old who you just want to bang? Guess what? 90% of them said, I'd take the 32-year-old any day. So I
But
like
really,
what?
being honest,
No, 100%. No, I'm sorry. I love you guys. Like you guys are, but I'm telling you,
I agree.
I
like,
agree.
I
agree.
men.
I agree. No, but what is most of your Instagram, like your posts? What's most of your posts on Instagram?
I talk about dating and relationships, men and women.
And then do you have like a favorable side or no?
No, I'm split down the middle.
Okay.
Stop the cap. That's a bit of a. So what is your? I'm trying to understand what is the argument here specifically.
We were talking about, you were saying that guys just want younger, fertile women, and women.
Men are more attracted to younger women. Yes.
But you were saying that women only realize their value as they get older.
No, I mean, as in
Not
what you're
true.
saying. No, you're saying that women, right, are that basically saying like women like these bad boys or whatever. You're saying that's not true, and I'm saying no.
I
it
was
is
saying
true.
if they have a strong foundation,
Right.
if they and they come from a nuclear family and they have a very strong father figure in their life, and they have, they're not just going after the bad boy.
that might mitigate it a bit, but they're still attracted to these things.
We're
The
in
lost
Miami.
ones, yes.
We're in Miami.
Like women
Do I
are
need
still
to-
attracted to men that have status, that have money, that have Machiavellian traits where they're not
I mean-
necessarily being a nice guy. My argument is chivalry is dead and women killed it. You're saying that
No.
women appreciate chivalry if they come from a nuclear family. I'm saying, yeah, that might mitigate it a bit, but even women that come from a two-parent household are still attracted to men that have certain traits that are bad boy tendencies, even if they come from a nuclear family. That's my argument.
And all I was saying was that that's typically younger women, because as women get older, they realize they don't want to be with the assholes anymore, because the assholes typically cheat on them and typically treat them like crap.
And we're telling you, for the most part, men would prefer younger women.
Yeah. In response to that.
No, they may not marry them, but they prefer them.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's exactly the point.
Yeah.
So they'll sleep with them,
Yeah, 100%.
and they'll use them, and they'll get rid of them, and then date the 30, and then marry the 32-year-old. Is that right?
I mean, ideally, though, if it goes well, they want to marry them, but,
Well, she's talking about like the average guy,
Yeah.
right? If you gave a dude, right,
the option.
honestly, hey, pick one.
Poll on Instagram.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's like, what would you want? They're always going to want the younger, more attractive girl, but unfortunately, not every guy has the ability and or the sexual market value to command that or the skill set. Because dealing with younger, more attractive girls that want these bad boys, you have to have some level of game and understanding of female nature because they're going to test you more than an older girl will. Because an older woman, quite frankly, has less value in the dating marketplace, at least.
You don't necessarily have to be a bad boy to attract a younger woman.
We're not saying every single time, but bad boy characteristics make you more attractive to a majority
so
of
what
women.
are those traits though? What are those traits?
I think
what does that mean?
For one, being dominant. Like a man that's like a bad boy, does whatever he wants. He doesn't really care too much about what a girl wants. So he's taking lead in that sense. So those traits, being dominant, are going to lead a woman to success.
Honestly, behaving like a woman, being narcissistic, being selfish to a degree, leading the interactions, being dominant, like all these things make you way more attractive as a guy, which is exactly what nice guys don't do.
Yeah.
That sounds so healthy.
Do you think every woman is a narcissist?
Women are attracted to men that are assholes.
It depends on what the woman is looking for in a man. Because at the end of the day, there's some women that look for a lot of feminine traits in men as well. Because a lot of men are naturally emit masculine traits. So a lot of women sometimes look for in men that are feminine traits as well. That attract a woman way more in this day and age. Technically.
You think every woman is a narcissist?
Not a lot of women like the bad boy shit anymore. That shit's so played out already.
I asked and you said yes.
A woman that's from this day and age is saying that bad boy shit's already played out.
Stop, man, stop. The girls like guys that are bad boys. Like if you're gonna sit here and say, "Well, that's played out," girls don't like
Why you gotta tell me
It depends what kind of girls. Not all girls. I'm a young girl and I don't like that. So
if you don't text me back after a whole day,
what's annoying about it?
Look, just because you found Jesus right now doesn't mean that you didn't fuck with bad boys prior to this.
Yeah, in high school. In high school, yeah. Because I was not, of course. But once you get older, you study, you realize your worth, you understand that they need to have both balance.
Why would I want a girl who's been ran through when she was younger?
You said what?
Why would I want a girl who was ran through in high school when she's older?
Who said I was
So who killed romance then? Women are men. You guys, because you're running through everybody.
No, it's the women that killed the romance. Because you guys got to understand that women kill chivalry, women kill romance. No.
Can we get it back?
Okay, look.
It's both parties.
I'm gonna explain this. No.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Can you be quiet for 2 seconds and listen? Because I'm gonna explain how women kill romance and chivalry.
All right, let's do it.
What did I say before? Men are deductive problem solvers. Men realize that for me to get sex with attractive girls, I must display certain characteristics and tendencies that might not put the girl first, i.e. be a fucking bad boy. Because women control who fucks, correct? Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Otherwise, it's a crime. Okay?
Right.
So since women controls who fucks, men need to adapt to what women are attracted to and most importantly, aroused by. So being an asshole will get you more sex. So why do men that fuck a lot of girls have certain similar tendencies? Dan Bilzerian, Andrew Tate, Tristan Tate, all these guys that had a bunch of women, us, whatever it may be, they have certain asshole Machiavellian traits because women are attracted to this. And a lot of guys that want to get girls have to emulate these traits to a degree. So women are the ones that created the death of romance and chivalry because you guys are the ones that picked that fuck. Men are only going to adapt to what women provide.